Migration and Behavioral Shifts of Humpback Whales Due to Climate Change by Sevi Gonzalez. Humpback migration is a learned behavior. Calves follow their mothers, so migration routes are passed across generations. This behavior links environment to survival. Whales need reliable cues to know when to leave feeding grounds and travel to safe calving areas. Migration is triggered by cues like sea temperature, day length, and prey availability. It's also extremely energetically expensive, so whales depend on abundant food before making the journey. This behavior evolved to maximize feeding and reproductive success. Ocean temperatures are rising rapidly, with about 90% of excess heat absorbed by the ocean. As feeding grounds warm and prey declines, the cues whales rely on are disrupted, which leads directly to change in migration behavior. Because feeding conditions are poorer, many pregnant females don't have enough energy to complete migration. Some leave later, travel shorter distances, or skip migration entirely. These are clear behavioral shifts caused by climate-driven energetic stress. Feeding behavior is changing too. With krill declining, whales extend their feeding seasons, switch to small fish, and show more foraging ability. This video can explain their bubble neck feeding, a cooperative behavior humpbacks rely on. Humpback mothers fast while migrating and nursing, so they need thick blubber reserves. Poor feeding years lead to fewer pregnancies, which is a behavioral decision based on energy availability. And because calves learn migration routes from their mothers, these disruptions affect the next generation. Humpbacks use long-distance songs for navigation and social bonding. Noise pollution and shifting migration timing interfere with these songs. The video here gives a sense of how important vocal communication is for coordinating behavior. Link to both videos will be in the description. Using Tinbergen's framework, looking at mechanisms, whales adjust migration timing when temperatures, cues, and prey levels change. Function. Migration allows whales to feed efficiently and give birth in safer waters. Moving on to development, calves learn migration routes by following their mothers, and concluding with evolution, whales that show more flexible feeding or migration behaviors may be more successful as conditions change, leading to long-term behavioral shifts. Climate change alters the costs and benefits of behavior. Behaviors that used to be optimal, like long migrations, now carry higher costs. Selection increasingly favors whales with flexible behavior strategies. But what about the human impact? Human activity intensifies these pressures. Industrial krill fishing reduces prey, vessel noise disrupts communication, and shifting migration routes increase ship strike risk. These additional stressors force whales to change behavior even more. Looking into this case study by Plus One, future climate scenarios show steep krill declines under high emissions. Less prey means whales must change behavior even further, from shortening migration routes to expanding feeding ranges. As krill declines continue, we expect more permanent behavior shifts, new foraging behaviors, altered migration timing, and changes in traditional calving areas. What about their different food sources? We're already seeing whales use alternative prey like sardines and anchovies. This growing behavior plasticity helps them adapt to rapid environmental changes. To protect humpbacks, we need to protect the behaviors they rely on by expanding protected areas, limiting krill fishing, reducing noise, and addressing climate change. So, in summary, climate change is transforming humpback whales' behavior. Their migration, feeding, communication, and reproductive strategies are all shifting. Behavioral flexibility will determine how well these whales can adapt to these rapidly changing oceans. Thanks for listening. I hope you learned something, and here's my sources. Thank you.